Which vegetables can you give to your finches and other birds? Well, today I'm going to show you exactly which ones are safe for your birds to eat. Veggies and greens are a hugely important part of many diets in the natural world. They've been a staple food source for humans and animals since the dawn of time. Your finches can't live long, healthy lives on seed alone, so if you can't replicate your finches' wild diet, you must provide them with the nutrition they need by giving alternative foods. One of the best ways to achieve that is by feeding them veggies and greens, so let's take a look at which vegetables are safe for them to eat. As a pet bird owner, you have the responsibility to provide them with a healthy, balanced diet which should include fats, carbs, proteins, vitamins, and minerals. And unless you can provide them with what they'll eat in the wild, seed alone just won't cut it. Pellets can be a great alternative, but some finches will never touch them, and many nutrients they claim to include are lost during the cooking process. So, veg and greens are a great way to substitute the nutrition they'd get from a wild diet. However, finding that balance can be complicated, and so understanding what veg and greens contain will help you to cater for their nutritional needs. That's why it's imperative that you feed certain vegetables and greens in moderation, and always remember to thoroughly wash them before offering them to your finches. Broccoli. Broccoli is packed full of vitamin C, vitamin K, and various B vitamins, as well as some essential minerals. It's partly for this reason that you should feed sparingly. Vitamin C, or ascorbic acid, is produced from glucose in the liver and so isn't necessarily essential for healthy finches, but can help in building a healthy immune system. It may, however, become detrimental in high amounts unless you have a bird that's suffering from liver issues, in which case a high vitamin C diet becomes extremely important. Vitamin K is naturally produced by gut bacteria, so a dangerous deficiency in this mineral is rarely seen in any bird species, nor does an abundance seem to create major issues. Because of the important role it plays in calcium and phosphorus metabolism in the bones, vitamin K is essential to the health of your finches. Broccoli in its raw form is mostly water, with moderate levels of protein, high levels of fibre, as well as iron and potassium content. The B vitamins in broccoli include B2, which is important for general growth and muscle health, as well as B6, which regulates fats and proteins and helps in healthy nerve development. Carrot. Carrots contain beta carotene, which is a carotenoid that finches and other birds convert into vitamin A, the highly essential vitamin for eye health. Vitamin C is also present, so again, carrots should be okay as part of a balanced diet along with other healthy veggies and greens. Antioxidants are found in abundance in carrots, and so these are great for the prevention of free radicals. If free radicals overwhelm the body's ability to regulate them, oxidative stress can develop, which can lead to triggering several diseases, with the same being true in humans as well as birds. A poor diet can lead to fatty liver disease in many finch species, so carrots are extremely good for lowering cholesterol and maintaining healthy levels to keep liver issues at bay. Your finches may struggle with picking at carrots whole and raw, so they're best fed raw grated, or steamed and mashed to make them more palatable. Sweet corn. Sweet corn is high in dietary fibre, which isn't required by finches as they generally avoid foods that aren't easily digestible. The reason for this is because a gut full of food that takes long to digest makes no sense for an animal that needs to evade predation on a regular basis. The fuller you are, the slower you fly. However, sweet corn is high in vitamin B9 content, otherwise known as folate or folic acid. This is hugely important for birds as it aids in uric acid production, which is essential for protein metabolism. Birds that are fed high protein diets, such as live food eaters like many waxbill species, require good levels of folic acid to prevent a natural deficiency in this vitamin. A folic acid deficiency seriously affects red blood cell production and can cause lots of health issues, particularly in breeding hens. Sweet corn is high in carbohydrates but relatively low in fat and protein, so in strict moderation it makes a great addition to a balanced diet for your finches. Beetroot. Beetroot is again rich in vitamin C and also packed full of other nutrients including vitamin A, with the latter being an absolute must for your finch's diet. Vitamin A is essential for skin and tissue health of all kinds, but a deficiency in this important vitamin can go largely unnoticed as it affects mostly hidden kinds, such as in respiratory tissue development and health. This can cause severe issues and even death in finches and other small birds. Unfortunately, vitamin A is completely lost during the cooking process, so finches on pellet or all seed diets are greatly susceptible to developing a deficiency. Other than vitamins A, C, and various B vitamins, beetroot is a great source of calcium, magnesium, copper, phosphorus, sodium, and iron, all of which support energy levels, enable healthy bone development, protect the gut, and keep cholesterol levels low for optimal health. Spinach. Spinach is full of antioxidants and vitamin E, which aids in the metabolizing process of fats, carbs, proteins, and minerals, making it a great addition to your finch's diet, but in extremely careful moderation. This is because spinach is high in oxalates, which is an acid that binds calcium, thus acting against the health and needs of your finch's intake of this vital mineral. Adversely, spinach contains a staggering 260 milligrams of calcium per cupful, more than any other leafy green known to man. However, the high oxalic acid present drastically lowers the bioavailability of the calcium content already present in spinach by as much as 95%. So, too much spinach can create a calcium deficit. If fed too often, this can also interfere with calcium intake from other sources, leaving your finches at risk of developing bone diseases and even severe egg binding issues in breeding hens. Spinach can be blanched in order to render the high oxalates ineffective, but this form of preparation can also remove other vital nutrients, so that's worth keeping in mind. Savoy cabbage. Savoy cabbage is another leafy green that contains the calcium binding chemical oxalate. However, at 0.10 micrograms, it is one of the lowest oxalate content greens that you can get, with Savoy cabbage being in the top 3 lowest for all types of cabbage. Fortunately, Savoy cabbage is high in vitamins like vitamin K and also contains moderate amounts of trace minerals such as iron and manganese. Iron is essential for red blood cell production and muscle development, whereas manganese provides help with wound healing as well as maintaining a healthy nervous system and adequate levels of electrolytes. Savoy cabbage also has good levels of copper, without which your finches would develop bone density issues, thyroid issues, and low white blood cell count. Despite its great health benefits, keep in mind that this leafy green is also very high in vitamin C, so this is one to feed little and not too often. Romaine lettuce. Romaine lettuce is by far the most nutrient dense type of lettuce that there is. It contains over 10 times the amount of beta carotene than iceberg lettuce and is one of the only lettuces tolerant to heat, so will last longer when being offered to your finches. The beta carotene and vitamin C content in romaine lettuce allows both to work perfectly in tandem to prevent oxidation of cholesterol. When cholesterol oxidizes, it forms into a sticky substance that clogs arteries and creates plaques, which in birds can be a reason for excessive beak and nail growth. So, romaine lettuce is the perfect food for maintaining a healthy heart as well as reducing the risk of your finches and other pet birds suffering a stroke. If you're going to choose a lettuce to add to your finch's diet, romaine is by far the healthiest there is. Garden cress. Garden cress is very low in carbs and virtually fat free, but is significantly high in vitamin C and contains a wide range of B vitamins, with B9 being the dominating B vitamin. B9 is folate and is essential for breeding hens and young birds where cells and tissue are in the rapid growth stage. Other than vitamin C and various B vitamins, garden cress packs an impressively high amount of vitamin K. Vitamin K is especially vital for birds on medicated treatment. This is because vitamin K is naturally produced by bacteria in your finch's gut, and as this can be killed off by antibiotics, that can lead to a deficiency. So, foods rich in vitamin K, like garden cress, can ensure the use of various medications doesn't lead to any deficiency that will cause ill health in your finches. Carrot tops. Carrot tops are packed full of vitamin A, which is essential for many areas of your finch's health, including respiratory health and maintaining a strong immune system. Carrot tops also contain good amounts of vitamin C, vitamin K, calcium, and iron. They're also extremely rich in dietary fiber, which aids in food digestion and can help with nutrient absorption by balancing the beneficial bacteria in your finch's gut. Collard greens. Collard greens, or spring greens as they're known in the UK, are quite rich in oxalates, which, as previously mentioned, can bind calcium. However, they're much less loaded with oxalates than spinach, despite containing almost twice as much calcium, so the bioavailability is offset, making this leafy green a great source of natural calcium for your finches. They're also packed with potassium and magnesium, two of the most essential minerals. Potassium is needed for a healthy heart and for muscle fluidity to maintain overall muscle health. It also lowers blood pressure to decrease the risk of hypertension. Magnesium is extremely important for your bird's health. Without magnesium, calcium is not absorbed properly and vitamin D3 cannot make the correct use of the calcium intake. Other than leaving the body in waste, unabsorbed calcium calcifies in the arteries. This can cause heart disease and even strokes. As vitamins and minerals are synergistic, meaning that they need to work together to be of any true benefit, vitamin D3, calcium, and magnesium need to be given at a 1:1:1 ratio for any of the three to be truly effective for the health of your finches. Dandelion heads. The roots and leaves of those common garden weeds you probably don't even look at twice are absolutely jam-packed with vitamins A, C, K, and E. Dandelions are a superfood that have seemingly endless health benefits, but if you want to really benefit from them, the aerial parts of this weed are extremely nutritious, most notably the flowers, and birds love them. The heads where the flowers are contain polyphenols over 100 times greater than that of the roots and the leaves. When consumed in conjunction with vitamins A through to K, polyphenols can protect liver function, skin and bone development, the immune system, healthy bacteria in the gut, nail and feather health, protein expressive levels to reduce oxidative stress, weight levels, heart health, inflammation. The list is absolutely endless. Just be mindful of where you pick them from. Open fields and wild areas are best, but never publicly accessible roadsides or urban gardens due to the risk of car exhaust fumes, pesticides, and pet animal urination. As with any other herbs, greens, or vegetables, always remember to wash them thoroughly before offering to your birds. Bear in mind, this list is not exhaustive. There are many other types of vegetables that are safe for your finches and other birds to eat, and the ones I've listed in this video cover a bulk of the types and their nutritional content. It's also worth noting that there isn't a one-size-fits-all diet. Not all birds are the same, so it's important that you cater for your finch's specific needs based on species and dietary requirements. And remember, fresh foods left out at room temperature for over 2 hours can begin to grow bacteria that can harm or, in extreme cases, cause the death of your finches and other birds. So always remove fresh foods after a short while.